delighted to see both Ariel Atkins and Elena Delle Donne in the starting lineup after they were both questionable. The Connecticut Sun, no group of 5 players has ever played more minutes. Connecticut has gone 17-2 this season, including the playoffs, and Washington wins. And right away a steal. Jasmine Thomas in for 2. Thomas scrapes away the rebound, and you know she wants to push. Thomas leaves it, and Jasmine finishes.
Board, especially with Alyssa Thomas, and they can push the other way.
Cloud will fire and hit.
Moving on both ends of the floor, looks like a player who's been dealing with back issues the past few days.
She gets an open look there.
Her movement is different.
Strickland hits the jumper. Cloud underneath. Gets it back in the corner and rattles it. Goes cross court. 5 to shoot. Nice find. Jasmine to Alyssa.
Jonquel Jones is going to draw a lot of defensive attention. Another one by Cloud.
Wide open layup as we check in with Holly.
Well, as you talked about, Elena Delle Donne moving a little carefully right now. One reason is she is wearing something around her midsection. That in and of itself is kind of making her move a little more stiffly than normal. She's been doing about 5 hours a day.
Starter remaining on the floor for Washington. Eastman gets a wide open look, and there's been a few moments in the second half of Game 2 as Washington overcame a big deficit to tie the game and eventually
player in any series throughout the course of these playoffs.
Good hands by Jones, forced to steal. Holmes in transition, plays it in, plus the foul.
Her game is getting out in transition, active hands by the Connecticut Sun. Holmes going end to end for the and one. Great box out by Tiana Hawkins to keep a body on Jonquel Jones.
Tolliver along 3 is good here in Game 3. Tolliver will take another and hit again. Those in the first. Tolliver, you can tell she's feeling it, and Hawkins alone.
For not giving it to you.
Tolliver kicks, Miesemann drives, and lays it in. Washington as a team. They have a 17-point lead here in the first quarter as Holmes gets that one.
Help extend the D.
Holmes slicing through the lane again, able to finish again. Gives it up. Tolliver kicks. 5 to shoot. Miesemann the feathery. The Connecticut Sun spent 10 terrific years here now as rebuilt Washington. And Williams the rebound, flings it down the floor. Holmes finds Tuck on the move. Delle Donne steps inside. She'll get a look and hit.
Pretty darn good.
2 offensive rebounds on the possession for Washington as Williams, they had 12 more shots than us. That's the game. Walker Kimbrough, how about her minutes? Game 3 and coming through for her team. Thomas floats it in.
He's running into bodies every time.
Hawkins goes right around Alyssa. Strickland gives it up. Jasmine Thomas. The pull-up is good from beyond the arc.
Yes, while that was a touch, they want her getting touches closer to the basket. See if Washington's going to send a double.
Sometimes a younger team doesn't have a ton of playoff experience. When they're hosting their first finals game, maybe an opportunity for the Sun here. Strickland on the move around Delle Donne, bangs it in off the glass. Finds Jasmine Thomas. Here's a catch in the paint for Alyssa. Good look, and Jonquel Jones puts
Jones was the story of Game 2, an absolute monster. She has been quiet so far here.
Alyssa Thomas zigging, zagging, kicking. Good movement here. Strickland connects on a 3, and just like that, it's a 5. Finds Strickland. Thought about it. Gives it up. Open, Jasmine Thomas. You bet! Tolliver leaning, hits at the buzzer.
Kristi Tolliver, smart shot blocker, get her off her feet. Yes, it's out in time. She's had some nice moments here in this first half. Jonquel Jones led the WNBA in rebounding this year. You got to get her off her feet, and she does.
And you know what? Today is not just the day of Game 3 of the finals. It is the birthday of a Hall of Famer. Happy birthday, partner. Rebecca Lobo's birthday today.
Thank you so much. No forks. How's this going to work?
Oh, no. You just go right in. You go right in like that, like Holly Rowe just did. How is it? Good? Good. Happy birthday, partner.
Thank you so much.
And neither of those passes had enough mustard, but Jones now bodying in on Sanders, working around her. The second attempt is good.
Jones has done a good job when she's been on Jones this series. Well, Jonquel doesn't make it the first time, but goes in.
Cloud. Now Tolliver. Step back three is good. Strickland hesitated, but hits. A lot of dribbling for Ariel Atkins. Forces it up and finally gets one to drop. Situations from three, then off the dribble. Something Kurt Miller was pointing out to us before the game as Sanders, here comes Alyssa Thomas. Wheeling, dishing, Jones the deep catch and finish. In the third after she had two the entire first half. Cloud tees it up and knocks it down. Cloud off on that one. Rebound Alyssa Thomas, flinging it down the floor. What a feed, bucket and the foul. Strickland finishes a gorgeous dime.
We've talked about Alyssa Thomas and facilitating. Usually that means get the defensive board and push herself, but a perfect pass.
To 7 shooting for Shakina Strickland. Tolliver able to escape two. Alyssa Thomas, the spin, the dish, wide open Jones, extra feed, Strickland, truce! Crashed into each other on that handoff. Delle Donne, a three is good. Elena Delle Donne is 3 of 3 for solution for you this year. And she said, learning the importance of me just being on the floor for my team. Maybe that's what they say now.
Or maybe neither.
We'll have to check with one of your 4 children to get confirmation.
Yes.
Hawkins will take off on a three, powers the offensive rebound. And a timeout taken by Kurt Miller. Was talking about her increased minutes to us before the game and said, you know, people are wondering if she's scared as Cloud rattles in it. Powers trapped, having trouble with it. And Powers and Thomas, who've been jockeying all game. And Thomas trying to get away as Powers was holding her leg.
Yeah. Really good jump, double team defensively by Connecticut. And you know, Alyssa Thomas is going to be all over that here. She's trying to get up. And Ariel Powers is squeezing her legs together, preventing Alyssa Thomas from getting her leg away. I think the most you might see from that is maybe, what?
A T on Ariel.
Yeah.
And we'll find out right now. And it'll just be a jump ball.
Tonight into her spots, but hey, you never know. She can go have a 12, 14-point quarter.
When she does, the 13th three of the day for Washington. Bria Holmes lays it in. Bria Holmes and Rachel Banham, the 5 for Connecticut. Meeseman, another look from 3 and another splash. From the league's most efficient offensive team of all time.
Pick and pop.
Meeseman again! She is deadly! Williams back in for Connecticut. Tolliver, step back 3. There is no...
And I believe she had the strength and length and athleticism to play in this league. He said, I wasn't going to take her in the first round because I didn't see the kind of strong lead guard she would turn into in the WNBA. He saw a diamond in the rough, and it has paid off.
Yeah, Holly. Coach T was the only player who scouted me, wanted me. And she has turned into a force in the WNBA. Williams, 1 of 8 from the floor. Bria Holmes on the steal. Trying to finish on this end, she does. Deficit to 2. Cloud, step back jumper, short. Delle Donne, the offensive rebound, and the jumper. Tolliver wiggling, stolen by Alyssa Thomas. She'll blast right by Delle Donne and lay it in.
I mean, Alyssa Thomas, one of the best defenders in the WNBA. Lazy pass by Christy Tolliver. Thomas is going to get out and finish. And
Here's Holmes on the attack, lays it in, and trying to make it a push here. Morgan Tuck hooks it in. Deladon on the drive, the attack, and the finish. Elena Deladon. Thomas in traffic, able to swoop that in. Cloud on the attack. Natasha Cloud got fouled by the Washington defense here in Game 3. Jasmine Thomas hits a three. Ooh. And Alyssa Thomas called for the foul as Tolliver hit the deck.
You don't want to foul with 4 seconds to go on the shot clock, but this is the one that I always wonder about, because is that not legal guarding position?
Tolliver gives it up. Sanders, no. Powers the offensive rebound and is fouled. Plaisance off on the three. It's all cosmetic at this point, as Williams gets one to drop, her second field goal of the game. Cloud will dribble this out. The Washington Mystics are a win away from their first WNBA title. They take Game 3 in commanding fashion, 94-81 the final.